Don't worry about me, I'ma be alright. Got G-O-D all over my life. Don't worry where I've been, what I did, how I came up.
Hey y'all, I am done with my walk and I am driving on my way home, and so we're going to do a little bit of drive therapy today. Today I wanted to walk without filming. Today has been a bit of an emotional day for me, and I needed to simply just recalibrate and just reset some things inside of myself. And so here I am. I'm on my ride home. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. One, the name of my channel is going to be changing. It's going to be changing from 54 and starting from scratch to Quesa, fearlessly, wonderfully made different. That's going to be the name of my new channel, y'all. It fits me because I'm different. And I've been different all my life, y'all. I've been different all of my life. And sometimes, y'all, I didn't embrace the fact that I was different from all of my friends, all of my family members, even my parents. I was just different. My whole thought process, how I think about everything, is completely different. Like, if you say something is purple, I'm going to challenge the fact that it's not purple. I'm going to say, no, it got some hues of gray in there. I'm going to always challenge it. It's like I'm not that individual that's just going to go with everybody's opinion. I have my own, and I think that's really what has made me stand out amongst my family members and my friends, and really made them angry because they couldn't get me to agree with them. My opinions were always different. And I don't think that they respected that. I don't think they liked that. Because when you go with the status quo, everybody you know goes with this so-called status quo, right? Everybody has to be in alignment with this one thought. Well, my father didn't raise me that way. He didn't raise me that way. He raised me to be a critical thinker, a leader and not a follower. And so when everybody else was doing their stuff, I was doing something different. I told y'all, listen, I don't know if you've ever heard me say it before, but if you haven't, you'll hear me say it now. And that is, I walk to the beat of my own drum. Literally, y'all, I do. So needless to say, I've never really fit in. And I know at one point in my life, I used to really try to fit in. Well, maybe if I just quiet down a little bit, maybe if I, just do this. No, that didn't work. It didn't work for me. It may have worked for them, but it didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. What it made me feel like is that I don't have nothing to contribute, because every time we do something, go someplace, you're not valuing my opinion. You're telling me what we're going to do. You're telling me this is what I have to believe. You're telling me this. Well, I've always been what they call rebellious in nature. Not really rebellious. I think that I was one of those people that bucked the system, that said, no, what you saying to me don't even sound right. What you saying to me sounds stupid. What you sound to me, what you're saying to me sounds like you just made a whole bunch of stuff up. That's what it sounds like to me. And so because I never would go with the status quo, it made people angry. And I found that people around me wanted to control me a lot. Wanted to control what I thought. Wanted to control what I did. I mean, a hot mess. And I'm pulling up, y'all. But I'm not done. At the end of the day, y'all, I had to start being authentically who I am. Whether people like it or they don't like it. And that's just the reality of it. And so the name change fits more so my personality. And that's why I'm changing the name. But the content is going to remain the same. I want to encourage all of y'all out there that may be finding yourself in the middle of a life change. And a life change can be for various reasons. You could have gone through a divorce. You could have not be at a place where you want to be. Guys, I'm sorry about the delayed thought. There's people around me talking. And anyway, at any rate, y'all, I just want to encourage you to always be who you are. Don't let people bully you into being something that you're not. I'm just one of those individuals, y'all. I think the way I think. I analyze how I analyze. It's a part of being raised by baby boomers. Like, you have to learn how to critically think. Now, guys, my dad was born in 1936, so I don't know if he was a baby boomer, but I do know my mother was a baby boomer. But the unfortunate thing about that is that baby boomers' age keep changing. I think it keeps switching and all of that stuff. But I'm just going to say he's a baby boomer. So my parents were raised with common sense. And so a lot of that they instilled in me. I'm not saying I had a perfect childhood, perfect teenage year, none of that. I'm not advocating that. I'm simply saying that they taught me common sense. And I realized that in a lot of my friendships and family dynamics, they don't have it. They just don't have it. Now, I have a very small circle of people that I'm around right now. Yeah. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm different, I think like outside the boxes. Whereas I have people that are like, oh, let's do ... here. And I'm like, no, why can't we go outside the box? Why can't we color? You know how people like, oh, color within the lines. I'm the person be like, why do I have to color within the lines? Why can't I color outside the lines? And then everybody's looking at me like it's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you. Because you seem to think I'm like you. But what I've come to understand is that my family and my friends really don't understand me. They don't. Oh, I know you, girl, and I know you don't know me. You don't know what makes me sad. You don't know what makes me laugh. You don't know what troubles me. You don't know those things. And where you think what troubles you troubles me, it doesn't. And here's the thing I'm going to say is that right here, right now, people are having a hard time adjusting to what they think is the new Quesa. It's not the new Quesa. It's always been her. But the problem has been a lot of times I suppressed it. And no, I was never one of those people that would go along just to get along. I was never that. But I didn't want to argue all the time. I didn't want to always be the odd man out, the oddball in. I didn't always want to feel like that. So on a lot of times or occasions, I would just not say much. Because what I realized is that people, when I start talking, what they would do is they would start talking over me. As if nothing I had to say was valuable. And so I shut down. And I began to isolate. And isolation is not the key. It's not the answer. But that is what I did. And I did that because it was better for me to just be in the quietness of my own life than to deal with ignorance. And that's pretty much how I am now. Like, I love deep, stimulating conversations. I don't do shallow. I can't. And so a lot of times when I'm hanging out with family members or friends, I'm like, y'all on this over here and I'm over here on something else. I'm about building. I'm about, transforming lives and teaching our young children something, and y'all over here doing something else. It took me a long time to accept that I am just different. I'm made different. My makeup is made different. They don't make people like me anymore. I'm not saying there's none out there, but I'm talking about in my sphere of influence. I have a couple of people, like I said, I have a very, very small circle. And those are some incredible women. They're made out of the same cloth, I will say. And what I also realize is, guys, I've never done things the way everybody else does it. Like, everybody's talking about how to build their YouTube channels, and they're talking about you got to do this and you got to do that. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Because once you start doing all these gimmicks and all these different things, then you're going to have to keep doing them. And y'all, honestly, when I come on camera, sometimes I don't feel like laughing. I want to tell y'all a story about what's happening. That's the point of my channel, to tell y'all a story about what's happening. And hopefully in that story, you'll find yourself somewhere in that story. And then you'll find encouragement. That's the point of it. I'm just tired of people telling me that me showing up as me is not good enough. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of people telling me the way I show up Oh no, you know, you got to add some flair to it. You got to do this over here. You got to jump up and down and do, you know, cartwheels. No, I'm not doing it. And here is my mantra that I tell people. You either love me or you hate me. You either staying or you leaving. It's just that simple. Sometimes I can be black and white, but then sometimes I have speckles of gray in the middle. But when it comes to certain things, it's either black or it's white. And when it comes to my personality, it's black. It's white. It's no in between. You're not going to get the grays. You're not going to get any. You're going to get the raw, unadulterated truth of who I am. And if people think that's not authentic, or if people think that's too much, then that's on them. I'm not a people pleaser. I never have been. And matter of fact, a lot of people around me have been gravely disappointed. Anyway, y'all, I think that's enough for today. But I wanted to get out a video to you guys and let you know that the name of the channel is changing, and I think I like the name better. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new name. Again, the new name is going to be Quesa, fearfully and wonderfully made different. That is going to be the name of the new channel, y'all. All right, the content is still the same, y'all. All right, leave me a comment if anything I said today, out of my little ranting and raving and all of that, if anything that you found valuable in the content in which I just gave to you today, please like, share, and consider subscribing. And if you want to just be a blessing to my channel, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, there are some links in the chat where you can do so. All right, well, until the next video, I'm out.
Don't worry about me, I'ma be alright. Got G-O-D all over my life.